So let us just take a minute of silence. Discipline being. Create this beautiful thought that today, for the session of happiness, I want to immerse myself fully in this value and experience true happiness from the session. Because, as Baba says, खुशी जैसी खुराक नहीं. Being happy is the most nutrition of us. So let's all, on this journey of 2 hours today, try to experience the suprasensory happiness, the happiness beyond materialistic pleasures. So with this beautiful note, I'll just stop sharing the music. So welcome all of you once again. Sorry if I am just for some reason, if you see the screen is getting stuck or something, please apologies. It would be something which my internet is behaving weird since yesterday actually. So I'll just move on to the next slide. So as you can see that we have these workshops which follow the Values for Life series episodes. We have done from December onwards, so it's exactly 6 months now. We started with sacrifice, contentment, acceptance, and we moved into January, very 2-3 beautiful values related to being the Avyakt stage of ours, that is accuracy, introspection, and concentration. The entire month of February, we celebrated love. We did 2-3 special episodes on that. Following that, we went into March with benevolence and determination. April, we were only able to cover one, knowledge, and then since May, we have done gratitude and humility. So there is, I must not say surprise, but it was Shashi Didi who had covered love and benevolence for us. So we are very happy that she is able to cover happiness for us, because she's an ever happy soul all the time, as you had experienced that during her past talks on love and benevolence. So without much ado, let me just stop sharing the screen, and I would just like to maybe start my video as well first so that you all can see me. And we have the beautiful team of facilitators. So we have Sister Anu joining from Vancouver. We have Sister Kosha and Sister Reshmi from Mumbai. Then we have Sister Shivani joining from Delhi. And how can I forget Sister Shruti, who is joining from US, Arizona. So thank you all of you all. And sorry, it's just my internet is having some, I still can see the yellow icon, but I can still interact with you. So there's some goof up. So thank you all, and over to Reshmi Behin for the first session. Thank you.
Thank you, Manoj Bhai. Happy morning to all of you. Welcome once again to Values Workshop. So happiness is the earnest thing which we really need in such time, actually always. So icebreaker session is because that we would like to be comfortable with each other, and we would like to get acquainted with each other better. You all feel comfortable. So that's the reason we here have designed the icebreaker session. And here, without any further delay, we would be watching a beautiful video, and post to it, I will tell you what is that. I mean, first you watch it very carefully, and then we will see. So just 1 minute, let me share my screen. Can you see my screen? Okay.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so wonderful video. So I would like to ask everyone that what do you feel? What do you think after watching this video? What is your thoughts? And so we have many participants. So I would encourage everyone, if they can put their comments in the chat box, we would read out for you. Thank you so much. Okay. So Sister Pooja has written, happiness in form of laughter is contagious. Very true, sister. I also had started laughing. I could not stop myself. Though I was hosting, but I really started laughing. It was very thought-provoking. Happiness is contagious. Sister Sheena has shared with us. Yes, sister. So really, laughter is contagious. Yes, yes. And when we laugh, we started feeling so rejuvenated from inside, right? Okay. Vidhi has shared change the atmosphere. Very true. Everybody was not laughing or not smiling, very serious. Complete atmosphere got changed. Gaurav Bhai has shared one's happiness has reflection same way in others. Yes, very true. Vijay Bhai has shared laughing is index of happiness and makes others also laughing. So happiness is good infection. Yes, we would all like to be infected by happiness. Very true. Yes, Rachna sister, happiness is natural. Yes, Kosha sister, even a smile or a laugh is enough to change the atmosphere around us. And we have really witnessed that from the video, right? Everybody had started laughing. We're very seriously sitting. Vinaya Behan has shared happiness is so contagious that it turned all the grumpy faces, yes, that's the word, grumpy faces into gleaming, rejuvenated ones. Wonderful, wonderful, sister. Monica sister has shared with us. Uh, okay, I think Rita Behan has shared with us, laughing helps you feel so good and happy. True, very true. It's really broke the ice, no? Manveen Bhai has shared, it's amazing how one soul can mix other souls gives happiness. Very, very wonderful point. Yes, it should start from one and it radiates. It has a ripple effect automatically. So Sister Satya, Sahitya sister has shared, happiness spreads positive vibration around us. Malathi, Guga Malathi Bai has shared, happiness is a choice, choose it. Monica Ben again has shared, emotions are contagious. Sheena Ben again has shared, hearty good love is like extra dose of oxygen. Very true. When the whole world is looking for oxygen, really, this is what we can imbibe. And yes, it will work like an extra dose of oxygen, no doubt about it. Gulshan Bhai has shared, happiness is a chain reaction of positivity. And Vijay Bhai had said, smile. Yes. So, and Sheena again has shared, laughter and smile gives natural glow to face. Happiness is our intrinsic quality. Yes, that's why no matter who is laughing, what is he watching, what is happening, everybody had started laughing. Even I am also started laughing. So that is what it is, our intrinsic quality. That's why it just got emerged like this. Vinaya Bhai has said, can you share this video on this? Okay, Kosha sister has already shared it on the chat box. So brother, you can just copy paste from the YouTube link. Haribhav Bhai has said, happy joy. Yes. Thanks for sharing. I think beautiful thoughts, uh, beautifully narrated by each and everyone. So I think the morning has already become so happy. And once again, to all of you, welcome, a warm welcome to the Happiness Workshop. Have a happy morning and a happy day. So with this, I would like to close here and I would like to take over Manoj Bhai for the next sessions. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Reshmi sister. So before I forget and before Shivani sister starts speaking, you can share, no worries, Shivani sister. People who are new to the workshop, they are attending for the first time. And if you're not receiving emails and from our side and not any information because you're joining here for the first time, if you can kindly maybe in the chat box mention your full name, your mobile number, particularly the WhatsApp one, and even your email addresses. Or if you don't want to do it to everyone, you can just send it to Vidhi's sister. She is there, or you can just send it to everyone. So just make sure you write your mobile numbers, I'll repeat, and your email along with your full name so that you get all the mailing information from the Values for Life series team. Thank you so much, and over to Sister Shivani. Thanks. Sister Shivani, we can't hear you. No one can hear you. You're already unmuted, but probably just try it again.
Am I audible now, Manoj?
Yeah, now it's fine. Now it's fine. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for that. Okay. So I was saying that, I can already feel every participant smiling after that beautiful video. And we'll take this feeling of happiness further into the next exercise. What this particular exercise is going to talk about is how can someone create happiness? How do we get happy? What are the reasons why we get happy? And we'll explore a little and we'll go through that path and journey. This is an introspective exercise which will need all of us to reflect, go back in our subconscious, reflect on certain situations and past. And that's how we will take this journey further. So let's move forward. And as we can see, let's try and reflect on a past situation in our lives, So what we probably need to do is it's exploration. So let's go further, relive that moment, maybe in the recent past or some, further in past in my life. And let me relive that moment that truly made me happy, that made me happy from inside. It could be an event like a birthday, a wedding day, or you might have received something, some achievement, some success, or anything, just go back in that moment in your past and try to relive that moment for a few minutes. So since it is a reflective exercise, I'll quickly play music as well. And let's go back in that moment. I'll give you all a minute to reflect. When was I really happy? How was that moment like? What was happening around me? try to relive that particular instance. That made you really I'm assuming by now you might have.
We can't hear you, Sister Shivani. The music, either you stop or make it lower, please.
Yeah. So I'm assuming by now we all would have relived that moment in our past. So let's go further deeper and let's stay in that moment, which made me feel really happy. Let's stay in that moment right now. And let's go on a reflective, introspective journey. So the first question that we all have to reflect on or introspect on is who or what was responsible for my happiness. So I stay in that moment or stay in that instance, which made me really happy, which I'm assuming you all would have thought or noted down by now. And let's now think about who or what led to my being happy. It could be some person, it could be the situation, it could be anything that led to my happiness. Just reflect on that. What was it or who was that? We'll take another about 2 minutes and reflect on who or what was that who made me happy. If it was some person, that person will come in front of you. Anything in that moment that made you happy. Let's dig deeper. You might want to note it down. It could be more than one person as well, or more than one thing that led to your happiness. Just note it down. And if anybody wants to quickly raise a hand and share who that person was, I think we can take one sharing in the interest of time, if anybody wants to, before we move on to the next reflective question. So I don't think we have anybody sharing. So let's
Can I
stay
share?
in this moment. Yes, please. Yes,
Yeah,
please go ahead.
I was happy at the birth of my children.
Okay, so that's the instance. And who was responsible for that? God, your children, who made you happy? The face
At
of your
that
child.
time, I felt the children. Now I feel it was God.
So it was either God or the children. So because they came in my life, they made me happy.
Yeah.
So who and
Whenever
what?
my
And let's
whenever
stay
my
deep.
husband whenever my husband
Sorry.
spoke for me, I felt happy.
That's so nice. Thanks for sharing, Sister Preeta.
Yeah.
So we'll move on with the next reflective question, and I'll give it to Anu sister to take it from here.
Okay, can you stop the music, sister?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you, Shivani sister. So that was beautiful reflection. I'm sure all of you saw, relived the situation that is not in front of you right now, and you felt happy. That made you happy at that time. And also, we got just one sharing, but I'm sure all of you have identified who or what that was connected with that situation that made you happy. Now we'll move on to the next reflective question, which is a deeper insight. And the question is, can you create happiness independent of that event? I'll just give a few seconds, half a minute for all of you to think about this question and maybe share just one or two sharing. What is the insight you get? What is the answer you are getting? So can you create happiness independent of the event just you saw or any event, any situation? Just a half a minute of pause and then let's see if anybody wants to share.
Sister, can you please repeat once more the question?
Yes. So can you all hear me accurately? Yeah. Okay. The question is, can you create happiness independent of the situation or event? So if that situation is not there, you are not in a happy situation, can you still create happiness? I think it is a jump ahead question, but we want to see if you can catch the insight, the outcome of this exercise, and then we'll discuss a bit.
During meditation, we can get happiness.
Okay, sure. Shivani sister, can you stop the music? Thank you so much. Yeah, during meditation, we can. Okay, any other sharing? Who else want to share? Just one or two sharing quickly.
Sister Anu,
Yes.
First question and second question. Who or what was responsible for your happiness? I was under an avalanche of certain negativity. And what happened was I couldn't do anything. So I reached out to my Shivji. And he changed the whole situation. So I felt so happy that I was able to understand his happiness.
Right.
My happiness, I was able to get it from him. So I was able to understand that it was his hand in this situation where I was actually snowballed under, which I couldn't do anything about myself. So that happiness was really tremendous. And how do I create that happiness independent of this event? It's just by perception. If I can perceive his hand in anything and everything, any help that I need, he's there for me.
Sure.
So,
Thank you, sister. Yeah, thank you very much. I think,
happiness.
okay, I got it. Very beautifully you said that even if something was not right, then how you perceive the sense of God or divine, and that made you feel happy. So that's beautiful sharing. And there are many more. I don't think we can take sharing, but when I create the perception, it is me who is creating it. So the answer or the reflection is taking us towards the realization or insight that this happiness or any emotion that I feel, I create. So we saw that some the responsible who are responsible, they are responsible for our happiness, like the sister shared when she gave birth to her baby. But they are not creating happiness for you, are they? They are the reason, but you are creating the happiness yourself. So, for example, right now we reflected on a situation that is in the past. It's not happening right now. But when you thought about it, when you relived the situation at the moment in your mind, you felt the happiness. So the situation was in the past, but right now it's not in front of me, but I can still feel happy. So it is about the realization that any emotion that we feel is we are creating. So it's about us, what we want to choose, happiness over sadness or peace over anger. So here we are looking at happiness, and there are a few on the chat box too. Like Sister Pooja said, with practice of being within, I can create my own happiness without being dependent on anything or anyone else. So this is the summary or outcome of this exercise that we want to take deeply with us. And for that, let's just go into a reflective meditation that Brother Manoj will take us through, so that we can take it home with us today, and without depending on situations, we can be happy.
Okay, thank you so much. I think someone's mouse or someone is really getting that noise, cracky noise in between, like a bubble. So I don't know, just check who is that, because it's a very disturbing noise. It's either coming from Shivani or from Anu, because Shivani is muted now. So just check that, please. Okay, thanks. So, this activity we have already seen that happiness is basically not dependent on something outside, though we use that as a stimulus to create it, but basically it's my own creation. So before we go into the next exercise of visualizing and taking back happiness to at your workplace, I would want you all to sit a couple of minutes with me and reflect on these two very important questions and create happiness. So let's go in this mode. I'll just start sharing my screen. Yeah, so sit back, relax.
You have stopped sharing, Manoj, brother.
I'm only sharing sound, sister. Thank you. So if I can just ask all of you all to open your video cameras and make sure you all are not walking around and doing other things. I would want you all to just be still for at least next 2-3 minutes. If you all can cooperate in that, that will be great, because this is a meditative exercise. Right. So take a deep breath in and out. Relax your body. And once your body is relaxed, you'll start seeing that your mind also starts relaxing. Relax. And this relaxed state of mind, just create one thought. I am a happy being. It may sound difficult, but just create it without any external dependencies. The moment you create this thought, I am happy, you start feeling happy. And the very next thought, visualize the Supreme Being on top of you, the ocean of happiness. And get connected to that ocean and just feel yourself immersed in this happiness. And reiterate to yourself, I am a happy being. So with this just couple of minutes, I must say meditation or reflective meditation, whatever, I just tried to take you in that mode where you have created happiness irrespective of the situations outside. So now I'll request Shruti sister to take you in the next activity. Thank you.
Thank you, Manoj Bhai. So I'll start sharing my screen. So now that we know that happiness is solely my creation, I am the master. Can I rejuvenate myself at my workplace, keeping that happy mood and that stable state of mind always, come what may? Let's do a visualization exercise where we will try to relive this. So sit comfortably on your seat. Allow your body to relax. Let your feet rest on the floor and your hands rest on your lap. You may wish to close your eyes. Gently focus your awareness on your body and breathing. Notice your breathing and follow the flow of your breath. After some moments, you may notice your breath calming down. Let your body relax. As you relax, imagine a large bubble softly floating down next to you. This bubble has a door, and on the door there is a sign which reads, "Step inside," and the bubble will float you to a workplace of constant happiness. Step inside the bubble. The bubble begins to float. It floats above this building and begins to travel. Enjoy the scenery below you. Gradually, the bubble reaches the workplace and starts to descend. As the bubble gently lands on the ground, you see the building where you work. You notice the plants outside, the shape of the building. As you slowly walk up the path, you feel happy in anticipation of the day that lies ahead. It's early in the morning, and a few staff are arriving. You watch what they are doing and how they interact with each other. You smile at them. They smile back to you. As you enter the building, You catch the expressions and feelings of your colleagues as they say good morning. You wish them, spreading your light of happiness. You start the day, getting a sense of everyone's attitude as they work. You walk around the building. Notice the spaces, the colors, the light. You go to the place where you usually work and observe the way the people are behaving. What does it look like? What is the atmosphere like? What situation do you need to face today? You watch people work together, and with you during the day. You remember that you are the creator of your happiness. You feel empowered, and this happy feeling so slowly spreads to one and all. Like a beautiful fragrance in the office. Picture the rest of the day in your mind. When you're ready, say goodbye. And step into the bubble that is waiting for you. The bubble floats up above the building and brings you back here. You are back here now, and as you feel yourself sitting in the seat, the bubble disappears. And you bring your attention back to this room. Being happy at work is solely my creation. I can choose to live in happiness. With that, I will stop sharing and let us go move on to the next part of today's workshop.
Okay, wonderful. So I presume that you all would be feeling, why are these people not taking our sharings today? So don't make it feel like that. We have a couple of minutes. So if very brief sharings, we don't want to hear your entire big stories, very brief sharings if you all can do. You all can start speaking. I hope you all can unmute yourself. Just a minute. Yeah, you all can do that now. Yeah. Anyone wants to speak about this exercise, whether you can create? Yeah, Gaurav has Gaurav Shaukin, right? You have unmuted. You want to say something, Gaurav? Okay. So people are saying feeling very calm, feeling of peace and calm, good. But more important in this exercise is to note that, can I create this feeling? First of all, we made you realize that, yes, it's me, the creator of happiness. And then we wanted with this exercise to make sure that you are able to create happiness in your workplace. Write a single thought which you have created right from starting when you are here at home. Your entire journey will be happy, and then even there you'll be happy. So it's good. Everyone felt very soothing. So this soothing needs to be at workplace as well. Okay, I think you all don't want to share. That's fine. I'm not wanting to force you all. So good. We are slightly ahead of time, so we can invite our speaker a bit early. Let's see. So let me just share with you what we normally do is we just take the summary of what Sister Meera had spoken. I'm sure all of you got a chance to hear, and she's a very methodical speaker. She has given you, I'll cover that soon. She's given us steps for happiness, 7 steps and 5 secrets, and a few formula as well. So let's cover. She started with this quote from the Gita, and 4 things she mentioned. Life is a challenge, meet it or face it. She said face it. Life is a game, play it. Life is a song, sing it. And life is a story, write it. So it's all about what life is, and there are many things life is. So can we really do those things? So then Didi mentioned that life as we know it is a gift to be enjoyed, because this human life we don't get all the time. That's what in the path of devotion is mentioned. ये एक ही ऐसा जन्म है जिसमें हमको human being का चोला मिलता है. That is the understanding there. So it's a very precious life, but we have done very unprecious things with that. We have made it feel so stressed that we are not able to enjoy the life. And even after working hard, we still keep looking for happiness here and there. So then she said it's an inside job, and ask yourself these 3 questions. I'm sure when you look at those 3 questions, it reminds you, if I can get some answers, it reminds you who used to speak of these things. Anyone? It's a very simple answer. Our administrative head, Dadi Janki. Yeah. Yes, go ahead. Who was speaking? Okay. So Dadi Janki used to ask these 3 questions. She used to start her entire talks, all her sessions by these. Who am I? Who do I belong to? And what have I to do here? Or in the sense, why have I come here? So, in these 3 questions, she used to start the talk all the time. So because the moment you take these 3 questions, and when you situate yourself in this being that, yes, who am I? I am that beautiful soul inside, the peaceful soul, the happy soul, etc., etc. You start creating happiness. So it's an inside job. So answer is within, and that's where happiness lies. It has no connection with the world outside, but for some apparent reason, we have tried to fixate it with things outside, and therefore we start looking at things outside and create our happiness. But let us now, it's a very simple job. It's one thought away, as we always say. Now, get out from your external things and start moving inside. Just start creating the thought irrespective of things outside. Let us look at the 7 steps. So first is, she said, you are what you think, and that's what you become. So again, it burns down to my thought process. And beautifully, she mentioned, optimist, what does he or she do? Laughs to forget, whereas a pessimist forgets to laugh. So important is, if you're a highly positive person, you will definitely able to create happiness much more faster. Make mind your best friend, and you'll make sure that you're always happy. Second step she mentioned is, the art of living is to live in the present. This is also said that past is past. Past is like, we say, a cancelled check, and future is like a promissory note. So nothing is available from there, either a cancelled check or a promissory note. But the present is the only hard cash which you have at hand. So best is try to live like living in the present. The third step she mentioned was about generosity. You have to inculcate this value, because the more I start giving, the more I start receiving. And I'm sure all of you agree that we feel very happy when we give rather than when we are taking from people. Fourth thing is forgive and forget, a very good principle which we have covered in our exercises on compassion as well. If you have done the module with us, it sometimes can be very difficult to forgive people because we're not able to forget them from the conscious layer of mind. But the more we start doing this practice of meditation and visualization, we start forgetting those things which have happened with us, and we start living in the present, and forgiveness then becomes our natural nature. Next step, yet another important, I must say, virtue which we need to inculcate to develop happiness is purity. Because in Hindi it is said, Pavitrata Sukh Shanti ki janani hai. Purity gives rise to peace and happiness. So unless I have my thought, word, and action which are not pure inside, I won't be able to experience happiness. Because with purity, there is that nice innocence which comes out, and then you start feeling very happy naturally. Next, she mentioned, understand the difference between temporary happiness and true happiness. I'm sure you know temporary is all about materialistic things. You know, if we try to depend on things outside, they are all made up of matter, and matter is always unstable. But I need to realize that true happiness is something which is from inside, and anything from inside, from the core, is always very stable. As Shruti sister was mentioning, that we have to maintain. When I say happiness, it doesn't mean you have to keep laughing and giggling all the time. No, happiness is a state of mind. It's stability. And once I have that stability inside, then that is the true happiness. And last, seventh point, which she beautifully mentioned, is we have covered the gratitude workshop in detail 2-3 weeks ago. She mentioned that the altitude of happiness is measured on the basis of my attitude of gratitude. So I will be happy to the extent I am grateful to God for things, the altitude and attitude. So beautiful sharing, she said. Then she went into 5 secrets. So as you can see, the girl here is happy with just one rose. Across the fence here is this having n number of roses, but such a person is still depressed. So this is the first thing, that to practice contentment with whatever you have. And there were few sharings in the chat box which you all covered, saying that contentment is a very important virtue which helps you in developing gratitude. And once you develop gratitude towards God, you can remain happy all the time. She covered 2 things over here, desires and expectations. So first is desires, because desires are the root cause of sorrow. And we have these very subtle desires inside. I will be taking it in the question answer session, but it reminds me here that a mother and father who are now, say, around 60-70 senior citizens, they have a 25-year-old son, he's married, and then they say, अरे मैंने 25 साल इसकी इतनी सेवा की, अब ये बहू आ गई और ये मुझे भूल ही गया और हमारी केयर नहीं करता है. So what is this sukshma or subtle desire inside? It is actually expectation, but the desire is that I have done so much for him, can't even say a quick hello to me in the morning. So that will cause sorrow. So remember, you have to be Ichha Matram Avidya. That is what we are taught at Brahma Kumaris. I'll take the third one, very similar to that, because once you have a desire, you also start expecting from people. So let us just try to move from expectations to acceptance. 2 beautiful words in English: expectation, acceptance. But 2 are poles apart. If you start accepting, because of your contentment, you will be all the time happy. But because of your discontentment, if you're constantly expecting from people, you can never be happy. It's as simple as that. Then the next secret she said is never compare with other people. Your life journey is your life. It is your karmic account. It is your sort of family and close relatives and your neighbors whom you are in interaction with. You can never compare what you have in life to others. So appreciate what you have. And again, that arises from contentment. The underpinning virtue is contentment here. Then she beautifully mentioned in the 4th secret about Dadi Prakash Mani. She used to very nicely say, this is an English proverb. I remember when I was in UK, people used to say this, looking at Indians particularly: no worry, no hurry, no curry. They used to say as a mocking way that Indians usually they like a lot of curry, but therefore when they eat curry, they're always hurried and they're always worried. Because, you know, as Indians, sometimes even I feel I have that wrong thing in me. I speak a little bit fast, whereas those people, they don't speak fast. Indians are very fast. So they say, हाँ curry खाना है और बार बार जल्दी जल्दी बोलना है, and then बार बार worry करना है. So I just took it in a humorous way that way. But Dadi Prakash Mani used to say she never was worried about anything because she never used to hurry. And adding to that, Dadi Janki said her mantra, she used to tell, don't do rush, 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 but be quick. So there's a lot of difference. When I'm in a state of mind where I'm rushing all the time, it's a stress state of mind. But when I'm quick, I means I know I have to finish my work on time, but my state of mind inside is stable. Then, and the last secret is about honesty. Keep your consciousness clean. And as I mentioned, happiness is not a destination, it's a journey to be enjoyed. And consistency of happiness can be maintained if I'm not getting influenced by anyone. In Hindi we say, अगर मैं किसके प्रभाव लगाव में आ गया ना, then मेरी खुशी गायब हो जाती है. So I don't have to get attracted or influenced by anyone. It is my journey. I'm enjoying my journey. It is not a destination that I have to be happy if I finish this much or that much. No, it's my journey. And then she said, happiness is you, not what you have, which means I'll just come to the next one. I wanted to say this totke over here. I'll cover that. The last point I took that. Totke is like a few tips. In Hindi we say totke. In English we say tips. She beautifully said, don't be sensitive, but be sensible. Beautiful, right? Because when people say something, we create hurt. But be sensible, take it in the right perspective. Don't create hurt, you'll be happy. Next, happiness is not a dependency. It's a decision and it's a choice. Very true. I can't rely on situations to be fine and then I create happiness. It's a decision. I want to be happy all the time. And the last point which I covered, I'm taking it here, this happiness is not what you have, but it is what you are. So it's we are human being, not human doings. So it's like a state of being. I can create it anytime. Also living in the present. So happiness is not in tomorrow, but it is in today. And very nicely she said, which person do you want to be? There are two people, she said. First is, do you want to be that person whereby people experience happiness wherever you go, or people experience happiness whenever you go? So I hope you understand the difference. That first one is, I'm sure all of you want to be the first person. Wherever I go, people should feel happy in my company. Second one is, whenever I go means whenever I leave the room, people start experiencing happiness. So they're really not enjoying my company. I thought I'll cover these totques first. Then she said a nice formula, G3 formula, and usme G3 mein she added G1. So give 3 and get 1 free. Nowadays you all know buy 1 get 1 free is there, but nowadays it is like even buy 2 get 1 free. So whatever. So you have to give 3 things. And what are those 3 things she mentioned? In your thoughts, words, and actions, you have to do something. So in your thoughts, Shubh Bhavna, Shubh Kamna, good wishes all the time. You have to create it. It's difficult, but you have to start doing it. In your words, Madhurta, sweetness. And in your actions, as Baba says, Guno ka daan karo, start donating virtues. So if you do these 3 things, you will get 1 free. That is, what will you get in free? You'll get unlimited blessings. Behad ki duaएं aap kama sakte ho. Then she said that there is one password for happiness, which Vijay Bhai already shared with us. I'm sure he's inspired from that talk and shared it in the chat. Smile. Very simple. See miracles in life every day, which happen with just a beautiful smile. And then she said, this is the formula, but what is the password? The magic key to use this password is God loves me. So the password is God loves me. And the magic key is the chabi is Baba, Bhagwan. You want to say Baba, you want to say Bhagwan, or you want to say God, whatever. I know the password is God loves me, but I need to apply the key to open that treasure of happiness. So we are not able to apply that chabi, the key. And the magic key is just the word Baba, which is taught here in Brahma Kumaris. Next is how to spread happiness. She said, your face should be like the sunflower. Wherever you go, just spread, radiate happiness from your side. And she said, we'll cover this value sometime in later, the talk and workshop, both cheerfulness. You know, my happiness can be seen from my face, because face is the index of the mind. And if I am connected to the Supreme Being, I'll definitely be happy all the time. So we have importantly to realize that people should start enjoying our company, and we can do that by having a cheerful smile on the face. And you know, it's not something artificial. We really can't create a smile unless it comes from within. Even if you just have a plastic smile on the face, people will not get that energy. So it's again an inner feeling. I have 2-3 minutes. We'll take a few questions. she was asked, when people give sorrow, how does not one feel that sorrow? So again, everything, Ichha Matram Avidya, we said, and all pain arises from Ichha and expectation. So if there's subtle expectation, I'll definitely experience sorrow. So keep doing things, don't expect in return. That's what in Hindi it is said, Neki kar, darya mein dal. People used to say that before darya. Now people have said, Neki kar, khise mein dal, pocket mein dal. So then she mentioned that how Dadi Janki used to say that your heart needs to be balanced. Don't have a heart like stone or wax, but turn your heart into gold, which is strong. So, yes, tell me, someone was saying something.
You were muted and frozen. I think you are back now. I
Okay,
believe.
it was probably the internet. No problem. Thanks. So, giving sorrow is a sin, but taking sorrow is also a sin. And therefore, Dandi Janki used to say that don't have your heart like a stone. It has to be wax, but wax always starts melting. So make sure that it has to be a balance. So convert it into a gold, which is not only strong, but also it has that beautiful, what is the speciality of gold? It is really, as we say, gold is something which is precious. So it has to be precious, but it has to be strong at the time. Make sure that your heart is not trampled upon by people's behaviors. Oh, this one said to me like that, meri khushi leke bhag gaya. No, you have to be strong, but make sure you also have to be flexible like gold is. The Baba says that you have to have the molding power like gold. Next question was, if I am happy with my materialistic life, why do I need to practice spirituality? I think we discussed that material is always subject to change. Anything which is made from matter will change. So we don't want to rely our happiness on something which is changing, because when matter changes, then my happiness also keeps changing. So therefore we need to practice spirituality. How does one deal with life when one is feeling low? Just tell yourself it is a phase of life. Life is full of ups and downs. You know, it is loss and victory, labh and hani, sardi, garmi. So just enjoy whatever is coming in life. I'll just take this last one, that how does one handle emotional hurt, especially when relating to children who are hurting you and becoming disrespectful? So again, when we say they are my children, what are we doing? My minds, it's attachment towards your children. Okay, fine, they are your children. You have raised them up. They are elderly now, and it is their lookout what they want to do, whether they want to say good morning or they want to respect. But don't expect this, because attachment leads to expectation. And Didi said, try to be loving in a detached manner. And once you are detached, then you start exuding this beautiful energy of Nyara Pyara. Once you are Nyara, no, then you can start making them feel that you are Pyara also. We are covering detachment in the next episode and even workshop. So just hold on for that. So I'll just stop sharing this, and now let me just introduce our very dear sister Shashi Didi. All of you know her very well, but I know there are many new people, sister, who have joined. So let me just give a brief introduction about you. Sister Shashi has been in the knowledge since last 45 years, and she has been coordinating the London Greenford Center. And for your information, she's a mother and a grandmother both. And her talks are three things, I must say. Very, very humorous, full of humor. You'll experience that. Very, very practical and very, very lively. You look at Shashi Didi's face, a constant smile on her face, and you just can't stop smiling yourself. And she's also a very important sought after speaker, because I think she has this depth of understanding, but at the same time, she makes you experience that virtue by her own chal chalan and her chehra. So here we are so fortunate that she's able to give us time. It's actually early morning London time over there, and I am sorry to pinch her on the time for going to the Murli, but she kindly said, don't worry, I'll be doing it. So over to Sister Shashi. The stage is all yours.
Thank you. Thank you, Manoj Bhai. And let's have a few minutes of silence, just few minutes. Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Good morning, good morning. Now, let me tell you, I'm so happy now. Do you know why? And Manoj Bhai, thank you, making me happy to give me a chance to listen to all these classes, all these videos or whatever. It's so nice. That made me so happy to meet all of you now. Yes, so many videos are open. I've seen your faces. So thank you, Anu, as well, to choose me to talk about this. You heard enough. I don't think you want to hear more about happiness, do you? So, okay, let's share what I feel happy about. You know, when I was watching the video earlier on, that somebody just said it about laughing, right? And I start laughing as well while getting ready. I just put on my phone and I thought, let's see what you're talking about. It was beautiful. When you laugh, of course, this contagious, they say it. Everybody start laughing. It makes you happy, but it's temporary. You know, I read a book of somebody's biography, and the author said he was terminal sick, and the hospital doctor said, sorry, we can't help you. We can't cure you anymore. We can't cure you. You have to live with it or whatever. And then he didn't get discouraged. He hired a hotel room and few nurses and doctor, maybe rich person. And he said, whenever I felt sad, I put a funny film on and laugh my head. And then everyone around me was laughing with me. And that atmosphere became so light, so jovial, so happy. And that I was so determined that I am going to get better. And we all hear it many times. Laughter is, or happiness is a great, or खुशी जैसी खुराक नहीं है, and चिंता जैसा मर्ज नहीं है. There's no medicine as happiness, and there is no disease as worrying about. And so he was writing in his book that laughing, happy, because when you laugh, brain produce such juices which gives you health. And so now you know it. There are many laughing clubs in India. And now I just heard that even in London, they have opened 1 or 2 in Oxbridge, that laughing clubs. They are laughing their head off, and maybe it's artificial. You know, you just fake it and then you make it. And so that's how laughing and smiling is a good thing to be happy. So make sure whenever you're sad, I don't think now any one of you will be sad anymore, because thanks to Manoj Bhai, how he's made an effort to give you so many murlis on values, on happiness, so many, he digged it all, and how there are versions of God which gives you the insight how to be happy. And thanks to him for doing all this for us. And now he's doing all this for detachment. So do you all read it, or he makes effort for, or you browse it? Thanks to him. 3 cheers. Thank you,
Actually,
Manoj Bhai.
sorry to interrupt, Didi. These are actually a few of them are in that group, but good. I mean, thanks to Baba, you have got this point out here. I'm taking this a minute from your talk. Sorry, so I'll include all of them in that group as well, so that they can read the Avyakt Murlis. Thank you for suggesting.
Of course. They're so inside. They're so good ones, nice ones. And so your effort will be reaching to many. That's good. right. And so when we hear about laughing, smiling, I always say start the day with smile. When you get up, wash your face, have such a smile on your face when you look in the mirror. I always 3:30 in the morning when I wake up, I'm not, and then a smile. And I said, this is my own image in my eyes that I am a happy girl. And I tell you why I'm happy. This is a blessing from God. Many of you know about Brahma Kumaris, that this, I met, what shall I say, Bap Dada. And this is a direct blessings for me, that he asked me, why are you so happy? And I gave a little bit of mother's type answer on a very basic, that now I found the ocean of happiness, that's why I'm happy. He said, no. And I said, okay, you tell me why I'm happy. And he said, happiness is given to you from the Father as a blessing. खुशी तुमको बाप से वर्षे में मिली है, वरदान में मिली है. And I took it on board and I thought, that's good. I wasn't a very happy person before I joined Brahma Kumaris, but it made my life so much changed, because the understanding, the study, we call it Brahma Kumaris World Spiritual University. University means study. Study means student life. And you all know the slogan, student life is the, who's gonna help me? Student life is the best
Best
life.
life.
Best life. Best life.
And so now I'm over 70 and I feel so happy going to my classes. I'm gonna miss a little bit of my class today. I told Manoj Bhai, and that our class started at 6:30 and it took me around 20 minutes to reach Global House, but never mind. It will be my pleasure to see all of you happy faces, and that'll make my day happy, of course. And so this is it. Student life is the best life because you're learning. You know, when you listen or hear or heard or read anything nice, and how smile on your face and you say, very nice. And let me share it to you. Let me share it to this one. Let me share it to this one. And how many times you forward it. Am I right? How many times you forward it to this one, that one. So that will make others happy, because it gives you it gives you the charm to hear it, to learn it, and that's it. One time somebody was asking me a question, and she was not very sure that I gave her the right answer. She was churning on it. And late at night, she rang me. I said, who is that ringing me? I picked up the phone and she said, I know the answer. I know the answer. Now I churn on it and I got the answer. That was so good, Shashiban. Let me tell you. I said, oh my God, because, she learned it, the new answer, and she wanted to share it. So this is it. When you learn something good, you feel happy. So student life, every day we have classes. We're learning every day new things. Learning never finishes. If you want to be happy, keep open your chapter to learn, and to share, not only learning or listening or reading once, that you remember and put it into practice. Listening is that you forget very easily. And if whatever, maybe you heard so many points about happiness, Meera Bhen's class was really good, and Manoj Bhai shared the points of it. And you heard a lot about happiness. pick a few points and write it down, few points, and revise it, learn it. And you just learn it to that way that you are giving a lecture for 1 hour on happiness now. How is that? Open, open some more workshop so that everyone one time really talk about happiness for 1 hour, or share it with other people that this is what you learn. And in that way, that happiness will be deep down in your subconsciousness. What is subconsciousness? God is our true Satguru. Subconsciousness is your inner guru, which guides you. Do you know what I mean? Whenever you are sad, your subconsciousness will tell you that you heard so many lectures and classes and videos about happiness. Let me pick up the one good point for this time to overcome my sad or my problem or my unhappy feeling or whatever. And that subconsciousness will remind you that Manoj Bhai said it in one of the classes, that this, if you are very sad, choose to be happy, not to be miserable or this, that, the other. So subconscious mind, if you feel it in your subconscious mind, revising it again and again, your main points of to be happy, and when you're sad, what you should be remember. And I think it will be very useful to listen to your subconscious mind. And your consciousness tells you that it's not right, why you're miserable, it's not right, why you're doing this. And it gives you the answer as well. And there you are. And so it will help you not only listen, not only talk about it, but churn on it, make it your dharana, your practical life, and be always happy. Then this workshop will be worth listening, worth spending your time on this. And that's it. That's my suggestions to you, because I remember one time we heard a very nice class. Few of our friends were come out of the lecture. We were so happy. Oh, that was nice. This was oh, so good, so good, so good. 1.5 hour class. And after the class, we went to Dadi Janki's room and laughing all, talking about this, that, the other. And we said, Dadi, there was such a lovely class. She said, what was it? Our battery finished in 2 seconds. This was, that was. We could not sum up what was the gist of the class. Then I thought, then it's not only listening, it's only writing what I'm listening and revising and memorizing it. And then I will make sure that will come into my practical life. If I forget, it won't be worth listening and spending your time. Of course, you will remember sometimes when you need it, but you have to smile all the time. Now, let me ask you, all of you are always happy? Of course. Now, no? Oh dear. No, whatever may be the cause of your not being happy, but ask yourself, why aren't you not happy? You have given so many points, so many remedies, so many things to be happy. Work on you. If you tell me one point why you are not happy, you can, unmute yourself and tell me, what's the reason of your not being happy? Can you? Right.
Not all the time. So sometimes it's, I think, past experiences which make me go back into not being happy.
That's good. And Miraben talked very deeply on the past. It can be past memory, somebody hurt you, or you made a mistake, or something had happened. I always say past is a poison to the happiness, because when we leave ourselves loose to go into past, when we are not very busy at present, then we just sit back and remember the past. If you're so busy, you don't remember anything of the past. So keep your intellect, your mind busy at present. Present is very valuable. And present time is a gift. We say it, na? Miraben said it so many things about. And right, I always say that how to forget your past, just think that, I'll give you an example. I cooked a nice meal, right? Very delicious meal. Now don't forget this example. Very delicious meal I cooked. And it was, you were hungry as well. But the plate I gave you used of yesterday, very dirty. And I put delicious meal into that dirty plate. Would you eat it? No. Why not? Why not? You're hungry. Food is delicious. But why aren't you eating? Why?
Because
Because,
you
that's right, because the dirty plate has made the fresh food dirty, right? So what happened? Our mind's plate is very dirty because we did not scrap what had happened in the past. We did not clean the mind, and it stuck on our mind so deeply that I am putting something fresh on it. It spoils it. So, you know, and another example that how present time, somebody was taking lessons from me and I work hard on him. And whenever I ask him, you know, what you learned, are you happy? Are you peaceful? Sister, no. And I ask him, when you sit in meditation, what you think? He told me his little story. He was ex-scientist. He done so much whole his life to, you know, save the money. He had one piece of land. He wanted to build a scientific villa on that. And he had a friend partner, and that friend deceived him. And he could not forget because law-wise he could not do it. And he told me, sister, I feel like having invisible body and slap that person. Such, you know, feeling in his heart. And I'm telling him, be peaceful, be happy, forget it, this and that. He said, I can't forget, I can't forget. Because of the past, he said, if he hadn't done to me this thing, I would have been a millionaire, I would have been a very important person, I would have been this, that, the other. So all these things, what he's getting at present is not taking the benefit of that. See, I said, brush your mind. I gave him 3 tips. And you know, one is, if you eat a banana, what you do with the peel? Don't you think sometimes the peel looks something very yellow and healthy? Let me just eat it. You know, it's a waste. You throw it in a waste bin. Do you know, 1 week if the the cleaner does not come and take the waste bin, how much the world will not be a healthy place to live in. How much, you know, diseases will take place. How we clear the waste. How we clear the waste. Second is on a physical level. If your tummy is not clean, how many sickness it's emerge? How many? You take outer force to clean your tummy. body level. You reject the waste. And third thing is on a mental level. What had happened in the past? Throw it out of your mind. It's a waste. How many sickness is psychosomatic? It starts from there. Because this thing does not work, we don't clean it. Sit down in silence and ask yourself, and Miraben also said it, forgive and forget. If I done something wrong, let me forgive myself. And then whatever the consequences, it happened. It happened many years ago. Why I'm going back to it and think on it? Let me just enjoy my life. Now I have access to this Raj Yoga meditation. Take the lessons if you haven't taken the lessons. And I can bet you we have many experts will help you to connect to the main source, because understanding is different. We all have knowledge, forget, and this, then that, and forgive, but we need power. Do you know? Wherever we listen to any lecture or this, that, the other, they give you the insight, they give you the theory, but when we come to practical, it doesn't work. What we need practical is the power, and power does not come just like that, listening lectures. Now this Raj Yoga study gives me not the understanding, but with meditation, it guides you to connect you to the main powerhouse. Who is the main powerhouse? We call God is the Almighty Authority. And we remember God whenever we suffer. But little bit suffering reduces when we remember and pray to Him. But not always we get that sort of feeling of getting over our grief or over our problem or over our unhappiness. So what we need to understand how to connect to Him properly. We don't have His real introduction. Some says God is omnipresent, some says God is in here and there, some says in you and me, and so many. Some says Krishna is God, some says Rama is God, some says Rahim is God, Allah is God. So many varieties of God and goddesses. And so we don't have the right introduction of God, so we can draw power from Him to get over our grief or over a problem or unhappiness or sadness and things. And so what we need to understand, and we are so lucky to have access of this Raj Yoga study, that it teaches you how to connect to God. And the connection is two equal things. We are very physical, we are very body conscious. We remember God, but we end up so many things of the physical level. And that's how we cannot reach to God is not a physical level. He's the only one who's about the cycle of death and birth. We call him incorporeal. And we are corporeal, stuck into the death and birth physically. And so he's giving us the understanding, be soul conscious. You're not this physical body, you're a soul. So when I can think of the soul, and we call him also Supreme Soul. So when my soul conscious practice is there, I connect to the Supreme Soul, and then I receive the power. Take more lessons and practice soul consciousness, and then you connect to God, and then power comes with meditation, and you will get the power to forget the past. I know it's not easy, but I will give you the blessings. You will forget it very soon. With this lovely lessons of happiness we have been doing for so long, and I wish you all the happiness in the world. and I can see a smile on your face, and everybody's also listening. Now, I was listening, there was a research going on a physical level, that what makes people happy. People are very physical, very materialistic. And the USA government told one of the professor in England to go into USA and research what makes people happy. And he took on board, and he took a team, big team. I heard it in one of one of the classes. He took a big team and he just researched on it, asking many people what makes them happy. And all this research, there are two main things, main points came. What makes people happy is, one is money and the other is beauty. These were the two main things that came into that research. And what he did, he just went to the most rich place of the rich people, Washington. He went to Washington asking billionaire people that they have lots of money if they are happy. And they asked few people and they were not happy. They said, we have so much money, but there is a lot of fear in there that burglary will not come, or somebody might not kidnap or our children or us or something for money, or what happened if the whatever, we lose the money or whatever. And they were not happy because it's all materialistic. It's not permanent. And then they went to Bollywood, Hollywood, not Bollywood, Hollywood, to ask the most beautiful women to if they are happy. And they found out they are not happy because that they had so much worrying about their figure, about what they eat, they should not eat, about their health, and the wrinkles they're coming while they're aging, or this, that, the other. The beauty wasn't even giving them happiness. So there you are. And if you have so much of materialistic things, and somebody's Dadi was giving one time a little bit of lesson, little bit of knowledge to someone, and he was a very up-to-date person, English person, very up-to-date, and he had something, everything, very VIP person. He said, Dadi, I don't need it, anything. I'm very happy person. I had a beautiful woman, 2 little children, and I have lots of money, everything I have with Dadi. I am happy anyway. And I thought, oh my God, in England, the beautiful woman will find a beautiful another person. Oh, she'll say bye-bye to you. You know, many people are, when they listen, I teach meditation, and somebody said to them, they ring me and say, Shashiban, I am so happy, unhappy. I'm going through a divorce. Can you please help me to give me a little bit of peace of mind? And divorces are causing so much problem. Fighting with each other on little things, little things. She's ringing me every night, telling me this happened, that happened. Then she stopped ringing me, and I was wondering. And I said, you take the lessons on YouTube. There are lessons of Raj Yoga study, Brahma Kumari's Raj Yoga study. I gave her one lesson. I said, carry on another lessons on YouTube. And then she stopped ringing me. And I was wondering if the divorce happened or what. And I just sent a message, are you okay? She said, you gave me the wonderful technique Now I'm listening every day before I go to sleep. One of the classes of our big classes of Shivani, I'm listening all the lectures again and again. And now I have got my mind to be very positive, not to think of the problem. The day starts, I just listen and I think, wow, now I got the point, I got the method. Thank you, thank you. And the other day she rang me, Shashiben, I want to talk to you. I said, what happened? And she said, well, my husband took my children to another woman. I am so unhappy. I said, okay, he's going to marry another woman and the children are going to go to use two of the other woman. So what's your problem? They're going to have a new mom. So there you are. So why you're jealous now? Jealousy cause the main cause of snatching your happiness. Am I right? Because she was very happy, but now she got little bit of jealous. Why he's going to another woman? He's not yours anymore. So why you are jealous? He has to live his life again. And he's also young, children are small, so why you worry about it? And jealousy, I tell you, there were two neighbors. They have bicycle way back. Now no, you don't see, hardly see any bicycle. They were going to their work on a bike cycle and happy, saying hello to each other every day and this and that. And the one of the neighbor, he had some money and he bought the car, right? And now he's not using his bike to go to work. And the person, the next door neighbor, has bike now. And he every day, when he just takes his bike out, he every day sees his car. Now, where goes his happiness? Driving the bike every day to the office because he always look at his car. There you are. What was the cause of unhappiness? We all know it now. The flashy car of the neighbor. There you are. Why aren't you be content what you have it? And what you deserve, you have it. When he earned his hard to get or save the money to buy a car, why you are unhappy? I give you another example. What one deserve, one have it. If you want to have something in life, work for it. And then don't just sit back and be lazy. And when somebody else is having it, then you wake up and then you compete with them, compare with them, why they have it and do the same as they're doing it. It's not gonna work. And this thing is getting it very much, this jealousy, hatred in the offices is a lot. I should have promotion, but the boss is given promotion to this girl because maybe she's sleeping with him or whatever. I done the hard work and whatever the reason is, but be happy whatever you got it. Why aren't you enjoying what you got it? What's the matter with you? Why you sometimes miserable for nothing? Just talk to yourself, work for yourself, and be content. Contentment is the best thing one can have in life. Some people have everything in life, but they are not content because they have a habit of mourning, complaining, grumbling, and finding something, always finding something. This person, he has everything, but whenever he goes on holiday, expensive holiday, he comes mourning because weather was not good. Okay, there you are. Something or the other is missing in life. You can't, because understand, we are passing through Iron Age. Iron Age is hell, we call it. We're not living in heaven, mind you. It's a very dark period in the whole cycle of life. It's not what you call it. It's not golden age. It's not Satyu we're talking about. So in Iron Age, everyone has to be for something missing in life, something problem is down the road or whatever, or the nature playing its part or whatever. And whatever, you know, maybe why it's happening to you, you have karmic account with this one or that one. Why the tree fall onto your car, not on the someone else's car? Why your roof is flown off when it was so much storm there? Because you might have karmic account with the nature or whatever. So that's why we're not saying that make people happy or you be happy, share happiness, so that main cause of unhappiness is in relation as well. I was thinking, as you said it, maybe whatever your reason for, some people have karmic account with us and they purposely say something to make us miserable, to make us unhappy, or backbite us or whatever, or to insult us of some, or do something to give a problem to us or something. And understand we have some karmic account to settle with them. And nobody has ever told us that how to settle my karmic account with someone if they are creating sorrow to me, saying something wrong to me, or doing something which is creating problem to me, or whatever is the reason for your personal with that person or with that people in life. I tell you, we are blessed to have this understanding that this is your karmic account to settle with them. And you have must done something wrong with that person, they're repaying you. And repaying is always very hard. But how to repay nicely is have developed the tolerance power and then good wishes in your heart. Never just say this person is so bad. She's so bad. He's so bad. He's talked about me this thing and that thing. Don't condemn them. Just say thank you for giving me the understanding. I have karmic account with you to settle. You cannot settle karmic account without good wishes and tolerance. I give you example. We have a lovely picture in pictorial. A boy is hitting the tree with the stone and tree in return giving fruit to the boy. If someone is nasty to you, just say thank you. God bless you. I wish you all the happiness. You're so good. You made me light. I had such a burden to owe you. Now you have come to repay. I repay you with happiness. God bless you, give you all the happiness. Because I have the understanding with this study, don't give any more sorrow to anyone. If they give you sorrow, don't take sorrow. I am not going to be unhappy just because you insult me, just because you said something wrong to me, just because you talked about me, just because whatever you created a problem to me. I am not going to suffer. But we don't take violence. Never take violence. It's not nice. Then do something about it. If someone hits you, with violence is not. We're not going to tolerate that. So settle your karmic account with good wishes, with good feeling, and you will see you will be the most happy person. And now some problems comes in life. Out of the way, you know, a tree fall onto your car. Okay, you don't have money or whatever. It's written off and insurance gave you only little bit. You can't buy another one. Okay, what you do, just sit down and say, okay, this is not the end of the world. So what? There are how many buses around, and make a good friend who can give you a lift or whatever. Just don't be miserable with that. Any problem comes, has a solution behind it. Don't forget, your smile is the most valuable thing in the world at this time. This time will not come again. Don't be miserable and spoil your lovely life and the days of your happy life just because of this problem. Dadi used to say, or maybe you have some sickness on a physical level, and you always talk about to this one, to that one. You're so unhappy about it because pain is there. You can't smile. Daddy always says, you have pain on your knee. What's the matter with your face? You can smile. And you know, some people talk about your sickness a lot. Your half an hour goes, oh, I felt this thing night, and my son gave this thing and that thing. They're not doctors that you talk about all these things. I know talking about your pain relieves your pain, and I know. Talk to someone who will really listen to you nicely, but tolerate, be bodiless, sit down in meditation, sit down. Just think, I am a point of light, a soul, very healthy soul, very peaceful. Body is body, body is perishable. Then body is perishable. I am not going to be, I'm not going to be unhappy just because I have a little bit of problem. Medicines are very advanced, or whatever I do, exercise or whatever. Whatever it is, I am not going to be miserable. I'm learning to be detached from my body. I am going to be really very healthy. And we have many examples of terminal sick people get better with this, you know, with this choice of their thoughts. I hear many things in the classes of, in the lectures of happiness, or in this, many people share, it's your choice how you feel. You know, it's, of course, it's your choice to be unhappy or happy. It's just in here. If you choose to be unhappy and miserable, you can. If you choose to be happy, you can have. Any problem comes, look into with a different perspective, you're happy. And you know, this person, she shared about, she was terminal sick, and she was saying, I am the healthiest person in the world. And she done maybe something to take some other things, and she cured himself with happiness. And there you are. And so whatever, don't talk about your problems, your whatever, your sickness, the more you think on it, the more it becomes larger and larger and really spoils your happiness. And there you are. And so what in life comes, see the solution behind it, not the problem, not become problematic, and don't put unnecessary burden on your head. Worry is the waste. Worry is the most cause of your unhealth. You know, so how to reduce the worry? Manoj Bhai shared it with Miraben's things. No worry, no hurry, no curry. Because unnecessary worry is no good. So sometimes people have a habit of worrying. Just think, is it your habit? Is it your sanskars of worrying? Or people unnecessarily worrying about this COVID, they might not have it, somebody sneeze in front of, or maybe whatever. They worry about unnecessary things. So try and be happy, thinking very positive, that nothing unnecessary things can come to you, nothing problems can come to you, and be very happy. And you know, don't give sorrow to anyone. I tell you, in relations, except relations, sorrow comes to you, and most cause of sorrow is your words. If somebody said something wrong to you, it hurts to forget, hurts to forget. That's how they said that past is very hard. And, you know, be very loving, very kind, very caring. I know if somebody done something wrong to you and you want to tell them off, don't react. You know, mind your reaction. Sometimes we do things without thinking. And if somebody gives me sorrow, I react. Somebody said angry on me, I react. It's not good. Reaction is not good. Learn to be detached. If somebody said something wrong to me, and just say thank you, thank you. And check, is it right what they said? Have they given me x-ray that this thing is wrong in me? And that's why they said it, you're like this. And if they are right, work on it, work on it. And then thank you to them that they pointed out that you're like this. If somebody said stupid to you and you start crying, you're really stupid because you accepted it. And if somebody said it, you're like this, if you cry about it, that means you really accepted it. If you're not, check inside. Was it right that they're saying it? If they're not right, then smile and have self-respect. I said there are two things there, two thrones you sit on. One is soul conscious throne, and the other one is self-respect throne. Sit on it. If your ears hear something, somebody said it, check yourself. Is it right? Then, okay, I'll put on board. I will not do that again. I'll work on it. If it's my deep habit of sanskar, I will work on it, but I'm not going to lose my happiness. No way. No way. No. Let me work on it. Thank you to them, what they did, that they have pointed out. They've been bold to tell me. And if they're uselessly having some point, something with me, they said it, I just say thank you. God bless you. You be happy. But I know I'm not taking sorrow from you. And take it out from the other ears. It's so good to have 2 ears. So good. But never cry about it. It's not worth it. Not worth it. I just done so much to smile on my face. Not worth it. Okay, sometimes you want to cry. Okay, cry your head off for a few minutes and then smile again and say thank you. So self-respect is the main thing to maintain your happiness. You find many people who wants to hurt you, who wants you, maybe whatever reason. And many people, and don't be praise conscious. You know, when I give a lecture and I want, of course, Anuban will say, Shashi Didi, you done a very nice class. It was good. And if that makes me happy, or Manoj Bhai will say, sister, you didn't mention the nice points. And I said, oh my God, I should have mentioned this, that, the other. And I keep on thinking whole day, I should have said this thing, and why Manoj Bhai said this thing to me. So what my happiness is on, Anu, and my happiness is on Manoj. Manoj made me unhappy and Anu made me happy. There you are. So where my happiness is, in these two hands. So where all these classes I hear about Mira Ben, about you doing all this, laughing, this, that, the other, where it's gone, why I'm miserable? Tell me, because I given my happiness to these two people. She makes me happy, he makes me miserable. Now I choose. It's my choice. You all been saying it's your choice, it's your choice. It's your thinking, it's your choice. Now I choose. I'm not going to jump and say, oh, Anu, thank you. You're so good. You're my great friend. And I'm not going to say to Manoj Bhai, why did you? But I will nicely say, thank you, Manoj Bhai. It's so nice. But next time when you invite me, I will make sure. Manoj Bhai, are you listening?
Yeah, very much. Yes, very much, Didi. Thank you for giving so many examples.
Tell me now I missed anything.
Absolutely, no, it's fun listening to you. Like so many practical tips we are getting, so many examples you are giving. Nothing is missed, don't worry.
So there you are. It's so good. I always think, sit down and think something nice. Somebody said it or whatever happened, any joke. I always share many jokes. I always share many jokes. I love it. I tell them, if you hear a nice joke, tell me. And then, you know, it makes you laugh. Not all the time, study, meditation, tapasya. There are timings to laugh as well. And then it's good too. I always say the Sardarji's joke. And there you are. And so be happy. And this is very precious thing, very precious. Life is very, very precious, very precious, very precious. Life is very valuable. Don't make your life unhappy just because of this, that, the other. Make the best of your life. Whatever happened in life, try and forget. Try and make the life based on truth. Very important. If you want to be happy, now let me tell you, honesty is best policy. If you tell a lie and your lie is caught, and you will be miserable. And lie is very convenient, very convenient. It makes you most of the problems. It's very convenient. Jaan chutti hai. Ek jhoot bolo, jaan chhod do. And make your life based on truth, life based on value. You know how many values Manoj Bhai is digging, how many values you already listened in deep and workshops. It's so inside this workshop, so good to go into the detail of it, how many questions and answers you have heard about unhappy things and this, that, the other. Very good. I am thanking, really thanks to Manoj Bhai and Anu also doing hard work. Anu is very concerned about these things. Is that right, Anu? And so she's worrying that how we should be very happy soon. Now, the other thing, life should be based on faith on God. I tell you, without his power and understanding, his connection, we cannot have smile on our face. Not at all. Because not at this time, he is present, he's working hard on us. Every day, we listen his knowledge, and the power comes through meditation, connecting to him, knowing him. It's so beautiful. And life based on listening to your inner guru, your subconscious, your consciousness tells you the right things. It's very good. You know, then have self-respect. In life, whatever happens, brush it out of your mind. Brush. And never stop learning. Never stop learning. Be a nice student of Raj Yoga, and you will have a smile on your face like Manoj Bhai has it, Anu has it, many of us who has it. And thank you for listening. Om Shanti. I know I'm going to conduct some meditation as well. And anything anybody wants to ask something, say something, or think, it's open to you. You can unmute. And I can see lovely faces all over, so many lovely faces here. And it's nice to see you all today. That'll make my day. And I tell you, never ever forget to thank you. Miraben said it very deeply, attitude of gratitude. So let me thank you, all of you, to join me, to listen to me with such patience. And whatever you want to say something to me, I won't mind. I'll still smile. Carry on. Be my critic. If you want to be happy and learning, have a good friend who can be your critic, you know, and don't mind it. Don't mind it, because it's good to be. And so, you know, when you wake up, remember 10 things of thanking. You know, thank you, God. Thank you for giving me beautiful eyes. Thank you, I have 2 ears. I have 2 legs to walk on. Thank you for giving me hot water. Thank you for giving me heating, or my fan is working. Thank you for giving me light, whatever. Just make 10 points to thank you whole day. And during daytime, and when at night time, say 10 points for that, whatever you had, thank you. And make a list of 100 points of thanking that you have it, maybe more. So thank you all for listening. Thank you. So anybody has anything to say? Otherwise, I'll do some meditation.
Yeah. Thank you, Didi. Sure. So should I just quickly do the announcements so then we leave
Please,
in the
yeah.
beginning?
Please, yeah. That's it.
I hope I'm not taking your time, but you have to go too late to GCH.
Doesn't matter. I will rush, doesn't matter. A few minutes. I read the Murli anyway.
That's great. Yeah, thank
You know, Manoj Bhai, I will tell you a secret.
Yeah.
Today, I didn't see my Murli Rota earlier. And just last night, I saw the email in Murli Rota. I was going to read the Murli in Global House today. Oh my God, I screamed. I just rang Jasu. I said, I thought you always give me on Sunday. Why you gave me Saturday today? She said, Gemini Ben is here from India. Now Gemini Ben will meet the Sunday class. I said, oh my God. Now you read it. I'm not going to be there. I'm going to meet so many happy people. Never mind. It's worth sitting here to meet all these happy people, and it's not a loss or anything. Thank you. Om Shanti. Now we'll do the announcements. Yeah.
Thank you, Didi. Thanks.
Thank you so
Okay,
much, Didi. I love that. It's good to have 2 years. I love that so much. It's so good we have 2 years. Of course, everything is so special. Thank you for your time with us today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so let me just go ahead quickly with the announcements. So as you can see, we have the Vancouver workshop coming up just in next 12 hours. So Sunday, India time is for 5:30 morning and Vancouver time is 5 to 7 p.m. Same as the West Coast for Arizona. So you can join, but you have to register because once you register, then you'll be getting the Zoom link. It's a prerequisite for this workshop. So hope you can do that. Then continuing with our Values for Life series episodes, we have a beautiful value coming up, detachment. So all of y'all, I mean, it's really a divine coincidence. Thanks to Baba, I must say, because happiness, we are really covering a lot about detachment, that how we need to be detached and then we can experience happiness forever. And none other than Asha Didi, who is herself an embodiment of detachment. So it will be a pleasure to have her. It's Saturday. Remember, now we have changed it. We are trying to see whether it's Saturday is working out for us or Sunday, even for the talks. So we'll be doing a few weeks on Saturday. So it's 29th May, same timing. And after that, then we are also fortunate to have another speaker originally from London, but right now she's instrumental in Kuwait, Sister Aruna. All of you have read quite a bit about her blogs, and also she does a lot of good classes as well. So it will be Sunday, 6th of June, same time. So with this, I would just also announce one more thing. Quite a few of you are trainees to become Vihasa facilitators. So your third weekend of training is next weekend, and Kosha sister will be sending you the email soon. And also I'll announce that right away that we thought we'll be doing the advanced training. So we are doing it in 2 weekends of June and July. I'll announce that later during the Vihasa facilitation training program. So I don't want to take much of Didi's time. And Didi, you want any soft background music or it's fine like that?
Yeah, please do. Yeah, some music. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Om Shanti. I know you're all sitting comfortably and relax. Om Shanti. Om means I am. Shanti means peaceful. I am not this physical body, a peaceful soul. I am in the middle of forehead. A very Peace is my original religion, original quality. I, the soul, I am pure soul, very powerful, blissful, knowledgeable, happy soul. I'm very happy today, very happy. Happiness is my original self. Why I'm happy? I learned a lot that how to be always happy. I will promise myself whatever comes in life, whatever. It's not worth losing my happiness. It'll be a double loss. No way. No way. I'm very positive. I'm going to smile. Thank you for learning, listening so much.
Thank you once again.